stream starting. It's green. Just waiting for everything in between. Making posts, not to boast, just to mention that it's on stream. And the piano goes a ding, ding, ding. I don't have time for filters, Instagram. It's already live. Go to my notes. Copy the words. Hey, this girl is singing when I'm about to sing. Oops. And Pat is there. Got a gun on his leg like a Robocop named Greg. Like Robocop. Hey creep, you better freeze, you better stop. Cause this guy's Robocop. Select all. No. Select all. And copy. Where we hit now. There. Oh yeah, microphone is on. Awesome. Alright, Pat can hear Robocop's name Greg. No copyright sounds. It's the umpire Liz. Shut your face, man. Alright, pretzel music. Thank you. That was wonderful. That was fantastic. Ripples, are you there, sweet angel? Oh, there you are. Hey, sweetest angel, we're going to do something a little different today. Yeah, you ready? Look at me. Look at me. Thank you. Run that sweet intro. And let's get ready to go.
Tell your friends, and tell your hot mom. There's no such thing as grownups.com.
Switch cameras, Ripley. Switch those sweet cameras. There you go. And I believe everything's in sync. All right, cool. Feel like I definitely forgot something. Is it focusing? Did I get a fingerprint on the camera? Is this the what? Anyway. So, my name is Curtis. Of course, this is Milo. Are these buttons working? Hey, hi. Here I am, Christmas time, ready to go after Halloween. Got my beard. Oh, thanks for the sub, Patty Prue. You're always good for a sub with you. Get the bacon and cheese on there. A little bit of mayo light, so it's not fair. That's what he does. Major Penguin is over here. I would also like to start by singing a little ditty that no. And oh Ripley, I feel like I'm forgetting 1,000 things today. Again, I'm trying something different. So yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Ripley, hey sweetest angel, so you're all ready to go? Yeah, I thought about that, and sure it's going to be a mess, but we're doing it anyway. So today, what's different? What is different? The screen is digital. So just like Patty Prue do how he do, he's got a, I don't know, maybe, probably an actual Cintiq, But he's got one of those drawing tablets that connects into your computer, but you can see, so you're like drawing on the monitor. And for my whole life, I've been drawing on a tablet where my hand is down here and I look up at the screen. Hand down here, look up at the screen. So Mike White, who we've talked about, Mike White Robot, or Mike White Robot 1. I think it's just Mike White Robot on Twitch, mostly on Instagram and Twitter and whatnot. He was twitching, he was live streaming his latest comic that he's just got he's just got a publisher for, and we did some drawings for his cats, his adventures with his many cats. But anyway, Mike was like, no, yeah, this tablet's awesome. It's not as expensive as a Cintiq. Give it a try. And I've never tried one. I've literally never ever tried one of these. Every time I've seen the Cintiq, I'm just like, no, that's weird. That's weird. And as much as when you do the weirdness math is this. I am used to my hand is down here and my head is up there, and the disconnect between your hand and eye coordination is so wildly thrown off that once you've spent 15, 20 years of your life getting used to that, it seems insane to do anything else. And I've literally spent years of my life convincing, helping, training other people like, no, it's fine. Yeah, draw down here, look up there. I don't understand why that's so confusing to you. How is that? What do you mean that's weird? No. Just don't look at your hand and look up there. Yeah, your hand is moving in the opposite direction of what you'd expect, but you'll get used to it. It's like combing your hair in the mirror. It's real confusing, but eventually it works. Oh, those clever chipmunks and their little internet connections. So Mike White recommended and this is not a review, it's not even a recommendation, I don't care either way, because I was like, hey Mike, which one's better, the Huion or the XP pen? And he was like, what's an XP pen? I'm like, all right, Huion it is, because based on how Mike described how it works, and Mike and I have worked together long enough that we both have the same eccentricities and needs and obsessions for drawing on a tablet or trying to draw into a computer. So everything he said seemed reasonable and good. So I'm like, all right, I'll do it. There's a bit of a Christmas sale. I'll do it. Black Friday early sale. Like, yeah, I'll do it. And, that thought train, that little play that I just put on right there of, yeah, I'm going to do this. That probably took about a week. Until I was like, okay, now I'm actually going to do it. Like, Mike, this is the one, right? Like, yeah. And every time I've seen somebody draw with a Cintiq, like Pat, or the people who sat at his end of the studio, who were all on Cintiqs, as opposed to me and like two other people at the other end of the studio, they're like, no, I'll just keep using this old tablet that I keep dragging back and forth, and it's not going to be weird. And the glass, it seemed like your computer monitors here, and then you got a pile of glass, and then you're drawing here. So it looks like to me there was like this like gap between your pen and where you're drawing, and that was like, that's breaking my brain. Even though not until right now that I do the weirdness math that I just mentioned, that isn't it insane that I'm like, no, this weird quarter of an inch, this like 3 millimeter, this very tiny little weird offset is unacceptable. Instead, I'm going to take the offset that is hand down here, face looking up there, like an insane person. If there's going to be a disconnect, it better be at least a foot in the difference, because a millimeter, no, what am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to wrap my brain around a tiny, insignificant change? No. It has to be a big one, and it has to be crazy. So again, like doing all the research, watching 100 videos and seeing that with this one, it was like, no, like new space age technology with the glass and whatnot. Like there isn't a drastic depth between where your cursor is and where your pen is. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. Like, other than tiny things, and I'm like really trying to click on something, I'm like, this is a little bit weird. But again, the weirdness is in that I'm just not used to clicking on things with my pen directly. Like still to this day, I'm like, well, I can't put my hands on it because it's like an iPad and I'll ruin everything. But that's not really what it is, and that's one of the other reasons I'm going to try streaming with it, is because I did just get it the other day, and this is also my job, so I have to get used to this. 2 days ago. So let's do a little bit of practice time that isn't cutting into my work time. And still gaining some, skill. And yeah, and I find with this one, like I said, you can make adjustments so the tilt is at your favor. And so far, I'm just like, oh yeah, there's really the parallax, and even there isn't a delay on it, which on some of them I find when people are drawing. Even watched a few Instagram videos of Todd McFarlane drawing on his big tablet. I'm just like, you're rich, man. You're rich. Why is there so much time before where your pen is and where the line is? That breaks my brain, even though, no. It usually will show up, so it's fine. Just go with it, and the lines will catch up. You know what you're drawing. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm not that kind of a drawer. I don't see it till it's there. Now, the only problem with it is, so far, actually, is the excitement for streaming with it. So this computer, like I said, I jammed all the RAM I could into it. This is the most RAM I've ever had in my entire life. More than I ever thought I would ever get, but I was like, oh, wow, this refurbished machine has all the RAM in it for half the price, or for the price of not paying for putting all the RAM in it, as getting a new machine. And this is great. Milo's loving it. He loves RAM. No, I'm just thinking, smelling, looking around. I wasn't really paying attention. You thought I liked the Rams? Was that the Los Angeles Rams? Is that a sports team? I can't remember. Or they play lacrosse? I think they play lacrosse. I don't know where the Rams are, but I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's football. I don't know. Hey, avocado shakes. What's that? A little sheep? Oh, a little ram. A little ram to go with the words that were coming out of my mouth. So anyway, the only thing is my buttons, when I switch down to drawing on this mode, because it's basically another monitor, another program, all my magic buttons here don't work. So I can't just randomly switch between things, which I was really excited for, to just be drawing, and then, out of nowhere, for no reason whatsoever, just something else can happen, and everything is fun, and everybody has a great time. But so I guess before we start doing some drawing, real quick, I guess. Hey, remember that Batman's here? Yeah, I'm just over here in the corner, lurking and waiting for trouble and or danger. Thanks, Batman. It feels extra safe. When there's a safety person around, that's awesome. But there's got to be 1,000 other things. I got the emergency phone right here. You could check in. You could easily just take care of anywhere and everywhere else, and that's fine. And I'll just get to doing some drawing, and you don't need to lurk in the corners at all. No, it's kind of rainy out, so this thing gets pretty wet and heavy. And I figured I'll take a little break. There is a whole police force. Maybe they could do their job without counting on me in my fancy pajamas. It's kind of fun that you call them fancy pajamas. But anyway, that's some of the fun that we have. I don't know if Sam Roars, I can't remember what his name is on here, if he made it, but hi Sam, if you check in later on. But that's the fun that we might miss out on. But yeah, I tried to figure out some things. Basically, with the aid of an Apple Tab, I think we can still do some switching pretty easily. For example, let's do a quick little test that I should have did before we started. Oh yeah, so now I'm stuck outside of this camera. So then I'll do an Apple tab. Tab. Oh, yeah, that's going to work. That's going to work. That's only a few extra things. Huh? Just got to jazz hands it around. Oh, and the other thing, I don't know how yours is set up, Patty Prue 101, but take me to Pat Prue 101 class. The keyboard on your computer, I noticed most Cintiq people, again, they have the big one. I got a 15-inch because I'm just like, there's no way I can handle. I'm not a big arm drawer. Those big screens seem crazy. Now that I have this, I'm like, oh yeah, 20-inch would have been the way to go. Definitely would like a little more room to have the stuff off to the side a little bit instead of, I mean, again, my drawing area right now is basically the same amount of area as my tablet anyway. Excuse me. But, anyway, let me click here. Erase. What's going on? Erase. There we go. So, yeah, the only thing is like you guys always seem to have your keyboard off to the side. Also, here's this off-white mid-2000s. So I've got like my little Apple keyboard. So they're pretty thin and easy to move around. So a while ago, so it would be the same height as my tablet. I glued a couple slices of cardboard together, a couple sheets of cardboard together, and then stuck some Velcro on there, and then I can just stick the Velcro on there. Now, in getting this, it almost seemed okay with the keyboard off to the side. It was just like, no, I can't Dr. Octopus this. I just can't. I'm not a doctor of octopusing. These arms are only made for so many things, and that's why it's so hard to learn how to play ukulele. Oh man, it's so weird. So weird. Again, having the line show up where my hand is, and I would spend 2 days. I'd start to draw, then like look up, like, is everything okay up there on the screen? There's nothing on the screen. It's down here. The screen is down here now. The screen is down here. So then, yeah, in order to get my keyboard where I need it, so I'm trying everywhere, but it's like I need it to be at the top. In order to get to work, I have work to do, so I got to get to work. So I need a certain comfort level. So, so what I did was I took my slice of cardboard, and then I attached another slice of cardboard, creating this little this little deal. Did I stop the stream? No, I didn't. Everything's fine. So now it's got like this little part that I can slide in under here, and then if I get it in the right place, everything works fine. I really shouldn't have pulled that out because now I've ruined it. I had it perfect, and I don't know what I did. So anyway, it's fine. So it's still a good size screen. Really nothing to complain about. And if I was adept, if I can get a little more adept at jumping between mouse and pen on the other screen, like now I have a bunch of screens and it's crazy. If I could take all my tools and layers and stuff and put them on another screen, which is what you guys tend to do when you've got a lot of animation, and I just need to get used to that. So I just haven't gotten used to that one, and I needed another cable to get my other screen to work. Blah, 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 bling, 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 blah. That is all the things we saw. So then, yeah, Masavenya. We've got a tablet to try and draw some digital things on. Now, I'm definitely not going to draw the same things I would normally draw on the stream. Just because, I don't know, it's just different. It's just different. Until you really sit down and think, what am I going to do? It's like, oh yeah, I don't use the computer in the same way as I use paper. So then we got to go out a different doorway. That's not supposed to be up there. There we go. But anyway, we got tons of stories. Now we have several stories and a thing. So we crank down the brush size slightly. There we go. And crank it up a little bit. All right. So when I'm just doodling and I have infinite amount of paper, i.e. digital paper, sometimes you just start doodling and you just don't think about it. And I'm like, oh, I'll find out what it is when I get there. So already I know, oh, it's going to be some kind of face because that's like a face construction line. And then some eyes. And this is just rough. We'll go over this when it becomes a thing. And then, now it's some kind of chin. Oh, it looks like it's turning a little bit Milo style. Classic Milo style. I think it might be a picture of Milo. I don't know. So far, it's almost a cat. Boop. Oh, he looks like he's gonna be afraid of something. Yeah, let's go back to the afraid of something legs. Oops, lasso. The other weird thing is since I switched this up, the only thing I've switched is the tablet that I'm drawing on. Nothing else has actually changed. But for some crazy reason, I've basically convinced myself that I've gotten a whole new computer. It's a whole new operating system. All the shortcut keys have changed. Flash or Adobe Animate has completely changed, and it's like I said, it's not that it's gotten harder to draw with. It's my brain. It's just getting my brain used to this weird situation that is mostly where I put my pen is where it is. Like not looking up is bananas. It's so bananas I can't even explain it. And he's gonna be all like, excuse me, could I ask you a specific question, please? Let's try Apple Tab, and then see if I do this. Hey, is that, seriously? You're not even gonna do it with a Christmas hat? They're gonna make a Christmas picture. It's practically Christmas. It's November 26th. Do you even know what that day is? Do you even know? Yes, I do. It's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, my brother. I don't think he watches this. I can't see why he would, but maybe he does. He's mostly busy watching that Maniac that we talked about a few weeks ago. So that's kind of story number one. Let's go back to the drawing screen. There we go. Oh God, yeah, Pat. Like seriously, like I said, I'm already getting used to it, and it's not so much right now. Like the first day, like on Saturday, I was like, I don't even know what's going on. I might have to send this back, which is the same thing I do with everything I do. Like my first day when I worked at the studio where Pat worked, the day came to an end, and I got in the car and just like burst into tears. Like literally, just like I have to quit this job 5 minutes ago. I can't do this. This is insane. They want me to draw on a PC. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I can't do it. And like their tablet is weird and gross. I have to bring my own tablet. I don't know. Yeah. And then the next day I'm like, okay, this is fine. I'm already picking up this guy's work. Everything's the same. I'm amazing. Um, and let's do the cleanup this way. So mostly, like a lot of it is just like I'm used to as well, like specifically the onion skin and like just the buttons on the screen. They are very much a hey, look up, and they're on the edges of this screen. Touching them with my pen, I've just never done before. I've just never done. But the drawing, I'm already getting like that itself. I'm just so amazed that I'm like that drawing happened this fast. Wow, I didn't have to redraw that line 75 times because I'm guessing where my hand is because they're 2 feet apart from where they actually are. It's straight up the the part of my brain that's just saying like, no, this is weird for you. Everyone else, this is normal. You're the only idiot that can't get used to drawing in the same place as where you are. Oh, I don't have the other camera. Can I zoom in on this? Oh, I could probably Apple send this over to myself, but let's try. Out of the way, Milo. Oh, it's hard to see, but down in the bottom right corner, that's Ted. Ted the cat. He's loving my stream. That's Avocado Shakes' cat. And Mr. Drake's watching it on the TV with their cat. But yeah. So the it's mostly that point where it's just like, but it's magic. I have to go back to the harder way where it's it's more difficult to draw a line. Let's go with 10. Because like even now, like look at how quickly I'm just using the shortcut keys. Because yeah, like I said, it is, it's straight up in my brain. Just the part where I'm just like, well, that's how I wanted it to look though. Like imagine a world where I could put my pen down. Why did I put this way over there? And the line is where it is. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would I deserve something so magical? Now the other insane thing is I keep thinking it's an iPad. So I keep trying not to touch the screen and I can. So then I'm like, oh dear, oh no, I don't want to ruin. No, it only works with the pen, just like how you always wanted. You stupid child. Look at that. Look at how sweet those lines are, without even barely trying. And I mean, I could try and make them slightly better. Oops. We're just fun. We're just funning around. Now then, stories is what you're really here for. You know how to draw, or else you'd be out the door. What happened? Oh man, okay. Lots of stuff. Again, it's so this is Christmas. And what have you done? I put up a tree there. And I did it just for fun. And then there was a parade. Did I have to go down? No, it goes right by here. It's the best place in town. Oh man. Because to be perfectly honest, if we're going to talk parades, first thing we got to talk about is the fact that parades are weird. They're super weird. And I think as a kid, I was like, oh, I can't wait to go to a parade. And it was just like, oh, it's because occasionally somebody will throw candy. You get some candy. And woo, I got some free candy. And as you get older, candy gets easier to acquire. And or you're just like, I don't even want candy. This parade, I didn't have any candy in the house, really. And I was kind of like, I'm in the mood for some candy canes. I went down. I was still in the yard, but I didn't go over the fence. And I was just like, should I yell at one of these children? Hey, hockey jersey, huck me a candy cane. Huck me a candy cane. Whip me a candy cane. Woo, shoot a candy cane over here. Guys? And because at one point they just kept giving candy canes to like this same kid that was like right in front of me. There was like 3 kids where they were like, "Hey," and the kid's like, "No, I don't want any more. I don't even like candy canes." And then at one point, one of the kids just kind of got frustrated. The parade kids, most of them were all in big flatbed trucks, but occasionally a sports team, usually supported by a car dealership, would walk by, and after like 4 kids in a row were like all gave candy to the same kid, then this last kid is like, what do I don't know, and he just like throws a handful of candy in the street and keeps on walking. I'm like, now my dad would be like, "Hey, you there, little fella, grab me some of those candy and throw it over here." And I thought real good and hard. I even picture that if I do say that, I'm going to accidentally do my dad impression or impression of my dad, and that's what's going to come out. And that probably kept me from doing it more so than the creepiness of being some creep asking a child to grab me some candy. But regardless, that's not the parade story. What is the story of the parade? A bunch of people, a lot of people get together and they traverse streets. Now, in this case, like I said, most of them were on flatbeds, so they did kind of float it up. You know, people put together some things. Most of them put together an homage to the Grinch. A lot of Grinch floats of varying degrees. Some people were just straight up, we're a car dealership. Here's a van. Check out this van. We brought a van. We put it on the flatbed, and then we have some children singing or whatever. Like, okay, cool. And again, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to be like, ugh, parades are dumb. Like, no, I'm here for whether it's dumb or amazing. That's the spectacle I'm here for. Either way, I don't even care. But the parade starts. The parade is going. Everything's fine. First float is whatever, Grinch on a tractor or some. No, first the police go by. They're playing bad boys, what you gonna do? And flashing their lights and boop boop. Yeah, every once in a while, just like this is not festive at all. And I know pretty much every parade does have the police section, but this one really felt like, man, I feel like we're all in trouble. I feel like you hate us. Like, hey guys, really? You're out having a parade? You're out watching this parade? You have better things to do. Get inside and watch that parade. And stop watching parades. Like, but you're leading the parade. Like, yeah, we're trying to disperse it. Boop, boop, boop. So, like, that part was like, I don't like this. I could be watching this from inside. Oops. Okay, and what's also sick about this tablet right now? Sick in the demented way, not sick in the cool way, as it means now. Because I have the stream up on screen here, this does give me the ability to like do drawing. Oh, yep, it looks okay. I can check it up here. It's the same thing. There's nothing to check. That makes no sense. But somewhere in my head, the right image is up there, even though it's not. Oops. I don't know why. I keep trying to make sure all these lines are nice and perfect. Who cares? This is just it's just a doodle for fun. So anyway, like I said, the parade is parading. First, out there float the first just people being a choir float. The National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation theme song is playing. And I can't remember the vehicle that was driving. Maybe it was some kind of camper. Who knows what it was for. But trailing behind them was a dude dressed in the Randy Quaid outfit, from when he's standing out by the sidewalk, draining the porta toilet with the big hose. Just hilarious. We all remember it. We all know it. It's a shocking, crazy thing for Christmas. Oh my God, there's the brother-in-law, Randy Quaid. He's so crazy. So there he goes. Like, all right, that's fine. It's a little, it's funny and whatever, but it's like, in a parade, it's kind of gross. It's still kind of gross. It was gross in the movie. It's gross in real life. Because, yeah, he nailed it. He nailed, like, it was a perfect Cousin Eddie. I was really impressed. Like, all right, fantastic. And then ding 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 ding, hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation. You're not going to say that there was another one. There was another Eddie the cousin emptying. He wasn't emptying a tube though. He was in like the nice sweater. At the part where they're like having those eggnogs out of the little moose cups. He was like drinking out of the moose cup with that little sweater that was too tight and those pants that we all have a good conversation about those pants. No. It was another Randy Quaid hat, house coat, whatever, long johns, like dead on outfit. Except this guy, I thought the other guy nailed it. This guy is even more so Randy Quaiding from the turd dispersal scene of the movie. Amazing. I said, oh, I'm not in the right screen. Undo. This is bananas. This is. Oops. Said. There we go. Like this doesn't make any sense. I forgot to switch to the right camera. Let's do this. Tab and dry camera. There we go. And yeah, getting good at this. So like, wow, that was crazy. He had an even bigger hose. I want to say the first guy sitting on a truck. I think the first guy was like kind of sitting on the side of the truck, and they had a bit of a backyard thing set up or something. And then the second guy was walking with the pipe. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation. Ding, 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 ding. Like, all right, cool. And then, 6 more Grinches go by. Another choir, some Christmassy stuff. Again, it's all great. It's all wonderful. Like I said, like, parades are just weird. Like, the greatest and worst parade are still equally as weird. They're all just weird because it's like, hey, you want to watch a show? Yes, but I don't want to watch one piece at a time. I don't want to watch a stage. I want to sit just stand on the street somewhere. Honestly, what time of year? I don't know. November, late November, early December. When it's starting to get really cold, that's when I want to be. I want to sit still, and then I want the people, whatever it is, just to walk by me. Do I get the whole song? Doesn't matter. I don't care. I just want to go to a street somewhere, and I want just a train of people to just go by, costumes, all the things. Like, okay. And at one point, there was a group of people, and they were all dressed in red, and their faces were painted green, but like just their face. And I honestly don't know. Maybe it was a Grinch thing. Maybe there were Who's. Maybe there were elves. But it was just a green that was like, I'm terrified. I feel like these are supposed to be Christmas monsters. Maybe they're Christmas monsters. Oops. So that part was fine. Ding, da ding, da ding, da ding, ding. Hip, hip, hooray for Christmas vacation. Ding, 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 da ding. Ding, 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 da ding. And yeah, maybe one of them wasn't playing the theme song as they went by, but there was a third. There was a third. Maybe there was a fourth, and I just forgot, but I'm pretty sure there was at least three. Cousin Eddie's, Flappy Hat, House Coat, Turd Pipe. Turd Pipe. Each turd pipe different from the last. Was it spewing stuff? No. But they were loving it. They were having a great time. But and whatever. That's a parade. There's no parade rules, really. Like I said, again, oh my god. I'm trying to remember if the boss guy is that Mr. Krabs? Or at least the Flying Dutchman? One or both of those guys? Can't forget can't remember my shortcut keys. Let's grab some Forge. So that was fun. That was great. The other thing, I don't know. Maybe this is just a maritime thing. Maybe this is a question for everybody. I think avocado shakes. You guys are in Ontario. When everybody goes to a parade, and I'll admit I can't remember the last time this has happened. I haven't gone to lots of parades because I didn't live right outside where they were, and I'm not going to a parade. That's just last time I did that. I was like, that was insane. I feel like I just spent my whole life trying to get to and from this parade that's going to go by me, and that was a huge disappointment. But this, I'm just like, cool. I don't have to go anywhere. I win. No disappointment. So it's like me, there's a little fence, sidewalk, and then a bunch of people. I don't know these people. Pretty sure they don't know me. Therefore, judgments must be cast. All right, so while you were in the parade, avocados, did anybody like did people you know just yell at you? And when you saw people that you maybe knew, did you scream at them from the parade? So many times that when the people in front of me recognized somebody they know, they had no ability to not scream out. Just like, you know that there's a thing going on. Like, if this was a play, if we were in a thing, would you still just be like, hey, hey, Susan, 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 hey, Susan? Like, Susan's trying to drive or walk or whatever. So yelling to people is one thing. That's this far. That's fine. And then we go a little further and yelling at people. And I know they're still joking around. They're still having a good time. But the first yelling actually was like, police go by, next float goes by, and it's a bunch of people sitting on chairs on a flatbed. And I don't think they were singing. I think maybe they were pretending to sing along with music that was playing. Okay, so in this one, it didn't matter what you were doing. They're still gonna yell like, "That's a great baton work, avocados." Cause yeah, the first one they yelled out like, I think it was like first like, Shirley, hey Shirley, and then Shirley looks, and most of the people on the float look like, huh? What's up? You should be walking. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Like, yeah, you guys should be walking, but I was more kind of happy with, hey, it's actual floats. It's mostly truck, but they can decorate stuff. They can hang things off the side. Winter is dry. So I was already just like, cool, like stuff's gonna happen. Like this is gonna be more than like the last few floats where it's like mostly just people walking down the street in mostly their own clothes holding up signs. Like this is kind of the same as a strike. Feels like a strike, other than every once in a while somebody comes over and gives me a frisbee or candy. But in this case, it was just like, hey, I have some feedback for you. I know you're in the middle of a parade, but I'd like to give you some notes. And so maybe it also was like, that's my job, is to get notes on the things that I draw. And some days it kills me. And some days I'm like, yeah, of course, I'll do the notes. But other days I am just like, no, I was trying to enjoy Christmas. Don't make me redo Christmas art again, because that ruins Christmas. I was happy 5 minutes ago. So that was both weird and fun. Like, yeah. You're just throwing out revisions into a parade. That's all wonderful. And then the parade yelled back. So this guy drove by in, I don't know, I think one of those ATV frog hopper land vehicle dealies, the new doom buggies for people with trails and money. So one of those little doom buggies goes by, and I do remember that name. It was Heather, because it was, Heather, pay attention, Heather. And then Heather or Heather's mom yelled back on her behalf, you better pay attention. You're the one driving. And I was like, am I still at a parade? Or is there a chance some sort of family fight is going to break out at this parade? Hey, that's not the color I picked. Why don't you... Okay, so it still does that thing. So my problem before with trying to sample colors while I'm streaming. Flash is like, no. No, remember how I used to be the best program? I do Flash, I do. Well, that's not my name anymore. I'm not Flash anymore. Don't call me that. I don't go by that name, and I don't hold myself to those standards. Like, well, but you had so much high standards. No, no deal. And let's see what happens if I try to do a drawing without roughing it out. Let's just go straight ahead and try to make a little penguin. Oh, Mr. Aladdin, sir, have a wish or two or three. I'm in the mood to help you, dude. You have never had a friend like me. So the other amazing factual adventure at the parade was, and it's all gone now, but it wasn't my story, so if you're not following along No Such Thing as Grown-Ups on Instagram, you're missing out on my exciting, fun life. And according to meetings at work, of people who, understand things about the internet and the world, Instagram is the jam. Instagram is where it's at. And Facebook is a burning pile of trash, like I keep saying it is. And I, once again, spent all of my Facebook time opening it. Oh, cool, I've joined 100 groups again. Unjoin the groups. Change password. Oh, I'm spamming people again. Delete that. Sorry, guys, not me. Excuse me. Super burpy today. And yeah, I'm just like, can I keep my No Such Thing as Grown-Ups Facebook and not have to have a Curtis Facebook? Cause it sucks. It sucks. I don't like people's Facebook posts, and I hate Facebook. So why? Have it? Why have it? By Menon. Why did I? Oh yes. So in my Instagram stories, I took some Instagram video. Of the parade. And one of the little videos that I took, actually, I do have it in my phone. Let me try a little experiment over here. Double mint, double express yourself with experiment. Gum. Okay, I'm gonna try. Nope. Ah, darn it, pickles. Save. Okay. A little more, slightly more involved experiment-wise than I thought. Go to the photos now. Now it's in the photos. Bang. No, it's not. One of them is. Well, I'll jam this one in your face real quick. I was going to just try and... Yeah, no, let's try. Let's try this experiment. All right. Share button. AirDrop. Computer. Awesome. Where'd you go? Show me where you are. Oh, sent. There it is. And I'm going to hit open. I can see what's happening, and they don't have a clue. They'll fall in love, and here's the bottom line. Our trio's down to 2. All right, can you see this one? Do. There he is. And then another one's behind here. Grinch. So the video I was trying to find was the other thing that I can't quite explain. I was mid-message to Moxie Fox, who is probably doing improv class right now. Like, hey, another parade in Truro. There's always a parade in Truro, and there is. There just is, and it's usually on my street. So I'm just like, there's always a parade just going by my street. Yay! What's going on here? Okay, that's weird. I can see my YouTube messages up there, but they're not showing up over here for some reason. Do I have some sort of filter on that's only showing Twisha? Filtering? No. That's weird. Alright, so I'm going to check out. So, I can't read that from here. It's a long name. But hello. From Brazil. Meow furry? A Mel? Meow? Meow? And I call you Neo. Hey Neo. Meow. I don't know you could see that it's showing up there, but not good at streaming, I guess. So anyway, this other guy was another oh, Naomi Furry, hashtag Mel from YouTube. I'm still gonna call you Neo. Meow. This I don't even know what it was. I really don't know, other than it's the bad boys of Christmas. Or it's the Grinch, except what if, Marvel's what if, Tales to Astonish, the Grinch was captured by police and put into an old-timey jail cell with scary-looking criminals. And at the exact moment I was saying, we always type have a parade, and she's like, what's up with that place? Parade, so many weird parades. So I took my phone and did just a quick clip of whatever was passing by. No plans, no thought, oh, this is going to be great, just whatever's in front of me is what I'm recording. And I put the camera up. There's a jail cell in the back of a truck driving by, and there's a Grinch that's like, I'm an evil Grinch, but I'm behind bars. And this other guy in the black and white striped prison outfit, but he looked rough. Like, it almost felt like, did a handful of criminals get let out of jail, but only under the conditions that they stay in a jail cell in the back of a truck, and then they get to play criminals? Or this was just an old man, and old men do dumb old man things, even though you're in the middle of a parade with children, and I don't know what your reasoning is here. But the Grinch reached over. Let me do it this way. Yeah, it's a little terrifying. And I'm not sure, he just kind of went, like touched him, or was gonna mind choking him, but then realized, oh no, not here, not here. I can't just go choking people. I'm in a parade. I'm in a family-friendly parade in the middle of the afternoon. I can't just choke somebody. That's not what you do in a parade. I'll stop. And his hand went down as if not a big deal. And then the criminal guy was like, oh, like pretended to just as if he got his throat cut. Like, oh, that Grinch was, yeah, this will be good for the kids. I'll pretend that you sliced my throat, and we'll all have a merry Christmas indeed. Oh my God, I don't even know. I don't even know. But the fact that I should try and send it over. It's very much concerning me that those other things. But again, it wasn't so drastic. It was just again, it happened to be in that slight little moment that I'm like, that was weird. And I could only imagine if I was in a parade after a few blocks, the miming, I'd run out of ideas and I'd play off of whatever happened. You'd end up doing something weird and most likely offensive. But again, still, it's like, yeah, parades are weird. It's the same as, whatever, like, oh, Harry Potter's crazy. Like, no, not really. Harry Potter's still kind of pretty family friendly, not actually that dark and disturbing. The books that your kids got started on, that has just deep-seated everything, darkness, horrible tales and pasts of all these people. Nobody's good. So, we forget because television and movies have so many rules that we're just like, hey, how dare, like, we'll complain about this and they'll fix my Sonic the Hedgehog. Which, again, I don't know. That new trailer, it kind of makes it look like they did fix the movie, but they just didn't show the scenes that reminded me that this is a dumb script and just showed me the ones that are like, this might be a fun Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I've forgotten that they do find a way to jam a couple kids in here and, so much James Marsden. It almost looks like, an awesome Ben Schwartz as the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog wreaking havoc on a Jim Carrey Robotnik. Like, that will be great, but it's still probably going to be a dumb, movie story-wise. But man, oh man, Sonic done right looks real nice. Instead of picking up a mini Sega Genesis, I just went over to the secondhand store, two streets over, one street over, and I got the Sega collection that goes into the PlayStation 3. That's right, I know you're up to 4 now. I'm still on a 3. I actually got the 3 long after the 4 came out, because it matched my living room. And through like, oh yeah, like all the Sonics are on there, or at least 1 through 3 with Pinball and Sonic and Knuckles, etc. And throw on, I think, Sonic 2 for some reason, and realized, oh yeah, like I love Sonic. I love Sonic. What is this button? I don't even know. It seems to be on now though. Anyway, but it is mostly because like Sonic is so aesthetically pleasing, especially at the time. The parallax of the background to foreground movement, the style of all of the things that were just, everything just looked amazing. It was everything was a great design. But play-wise, Sonic had such little replayability because it was more of a ride. And again, for people who like rides, then you would play it a million times. Not that I didn't play Sonic a million times. Mostly it was, I'm trying to get to the end. And I just want to complete this thing because that's my job right now. Now I just try to play games for fun and not to try and beat them. And it's made them a lot more entertaining for myself. But yeah, mostly I was just like, I'm already on like, I don't even know. I already finished the first boss. I'm like maybe 6 levels in. yeah, I think I made it to like the second boss, and I was just like, what am I doing? What am I even doing? I've barely played this game. It's mostly, as long as you hit a few jumps for most of the levels, that's just it. Just keep going. Just keep going and hitting some jumps every once in a while. It's not actually that fun. But we'll have a day, or we'll have a bunch of days eventually, where we just play a bunch of video games, old and new-ish. Because I did also manage to finally get the proper splitter so that I can run the PlayStation 3 into the Elgato game capture into the stream, so we can play those Sega games. Plus, I got some zombie games that if we get Milo playing, that can be real fun. Uh, you know, watching me be terrified is it's entertaining and fun. And these games are pretty involved and crazy. One of them some of them I never played before, so I'm going to try to let's hold off on this so it can just be a new experience and watch how I learn. That is not what I wanted. No. So used to having the colors over on the other side. Still getting used to putting stuff in different places that are just more conducive. Oops. So anyway, that's another thing. This thing, lots of things. The story of being stupid. So after the market or after one of my Instagram posts saying, hey, stickers, get your stickers, stickers. I made some stickers. We got stickers. And a lady in town was like, I would like to get some stickers, but I work on Saturday. Is there any way? And I'm like, yeah, you can go to the internet, you can buy them, but they're definitely more expensive, but they're way fancier than the ones that I sell at the market. I got like one mustache hair that is driving me crazy. It's just like poking me right in the nose. And it's itchy. That's not colored in. So I'm like, well, are you in Truro? Because if you're in Truro, then yeah, we can make this happen, no problem. And she's like, yeah, I'm in Truro. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm by the grocery store. Let me know next time you gotta get groceries. I'll meet you by the grocery store, and we'll exchange an envelope like weirdos. And she was like, yep, sounds good. The next day, she was like, yeah, I'm going to get groceries. I was like, all right, cool. I'll meet you over there. Do. Magic. And because let's say we all know, as you all know, I'm always playing Curtis's Secret Lottery. What's Curtis's Secret Lottery? Oh, that's while I'm selling and making and doing things, if a person shows a certain level of interest or effort towards getting those things or just enjoying those things, again, depending. There's, I have my own magical scales in my head. And if I decide, oh wow, you just bought an effort ticket, you just put in a certain amount of effort, you get something for free, you get something extra. And most people that get something period are almost in, like just about in. So it's like, yeah, here's postcards at least. Sometimes they'll throw in a print of stuff I don't care to try and sell anymore. And that's all fun and friendly for everyone. So, put a handful of stuff in the envelope. because of the reaching out and the effort. Like, yeah, I like these dinosaurs. Awesome. That's what I need to hear. So I go over to the grocery store. Here's your envelope. See you never, baby. Go into the grocery store, get some juice and some food, and go back home. And home for a few minutes. Not too long. Put the stuff away. Maybe there's a chance. I was like, I'm gonna have a good old fashioned poop. I'm gonna sit on the toilet, and nothing's gonna stop me now. Just like a Perfect Strangers theme song, and that's Perfect Strangers, right? My life, my dreams, nothing's gonna stop me now. Do 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 do. One of those shows. So didn't do anything. Just hey toilet, have I got a surprise for you? Toilet's like, uh-oh, I hope it's a present, and not something from your bum. And I'm like, oh toilet, guess what? No one's ever gonna give you something cool. And then my phone was like, boop, and I went, who could it be now? Who could it be now? Some kind of strangers beeping at my phone while I'm sitting here on my toilet at home. And she was like, hey, this envelope was full of stuff, but not stickers. And I'm like, of course it's not. It definitely isn't. And like I just instantly I just flashed to, the image of me doing the old-fashioned greatest discoveries, important discoveries. Anyway, that infomercial where it was like, fantastic discoveries. Like, there's got to be a better way. I can't seem to get these dishes put away without dropping all of them. Why do I have to juggle everything? And I just flashed to that where I was like, okay, I've got these stickers here. These are the ones that she's going to get. So I'll hold these like this. And then these are the ones I'll leave out my stationery area because I didn't have any. So now I'll keep that organized. Look at these postcards in here. And that's in there. Envelope. Oh, this is a weird envelope. All right, might as well put a print in there too. And done. And I'll go drop this off. And I'm just like, I definitely put those stickers of yours on top of all of the other stickers. So didn't make anything in the bathroom. Left, washed my hands, still no reason. And looked at the top, and yep, there's your stickers. Perfectly organized, ready to go into the envelope, but I put them back on the pile. So wrote that to her, like, yep, yeah, they're here. I'll just drop them off wherever. Just say anything, and I'll just drop them off. Like, I feel so stupid. So stupid. So she's like, yeah, that's cool. You can just drop them off at my work. Like, awesome. Where do you work? That's super convenient for me. I will do that tomorrow afternoon. Like when I get my lunch after all the meetings at the work meetings. Let's make another layer. Remember when he was that rough? Oh, Transformers. More than meets the eye. Your drawing tablet helps you clean up all the rough edges that you spilt earlier. What is this? Oh, the camera. I've still yet to use this camera function. One of these days, I'm gonna give that a try. But it's great. But not today. Not today. Excuse me. Oh my God. Gassy McGee, Gassy McGee. What do you see there, Gassy McGee? So she says, hey, yeah, drop them off. But if I'm not there, put them in an envelope because the people at work don't know how weird I am yet. So I say, no problem. I say no problem. Then I take the envelope and I write on the envelope normal paperwork and I underline the word normal. Because that's crazy. I put her name at the top because I realized, I should do that. And then I drew a little doodle of Milo, like, as I draw on most things that most envelopes at least. Oh, forgot to color in somebody's belly. What's going on here? Okay, this is something that is annoying. For some reason, the pop-up windows for Flash will go to any other monitor except for this one sometimes. But sometimes it doesn't, so I'm like, alright, I know you know how to do it. Again, reasons why I hate the dog. I know that you're smarter than me. Just stop acting like you don't know how to read and understand English. That's why you're evil. Why won't you? Is it just with the pen? No. Can't sample colors and stream at the same time. So annoying. So annoying. No, there. Oh, is there? Can I just turn it to black and white. But there is a little swap button, just like Photoshop. I've never noticed that before. Never noticed that before, Pat. And there it is. Like, why wouldn't there be? Still, the fact that I can't sample is disgusting. But I can sample the pen tool. It's a nice little workaround that we got there, Pat. I can at least sample one thing and then swap. It's an extra click, but you do what you can. All right, seriously, pen, red. So anyway, that was that. I mean, again, not much of a story other than, hey, did I tell you about the way I mildly tried to sabotage somebody's life in a fun way yesterday? I did. All right, hide you guys. All right, I thought not at all about colors while I was doing this. These colors look dumb. But the other fun little story, fun little anecdote, a little tidbit of information from the week was I went down to the radio. Bet you thought I was going to say Radio Shack. I was not. I was going to say Radio Christ. And I know it's Christmas time, and that's a little bit sacrilegious. But a long time ago, in a galaxy not too far from here, my friend Scott was like, blah, 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 blah. Combination Radio Shack Pizza Hut, except he was saying, and I think Hut was the same thing, but it was Pizza Christ instead of Pizza Hut, and Radio Christ instead of Radio Shack, and it was something that him and his friends established. I think somehow by an accident or just by fun, many years before I'd ever even met Scott. And he was saying it, and I'm just like, why did you just say that? And he was like, oh, that's just a thing. Sorry, I forgot. He was like, I've just kind of gotten used to saying it. And I'm like, well, now I feel like it's the only thing I'm ever going to say. I don't know why, but it just rolls off the tongue. Way better than The Source by Circuit City. Ugh, God, I hate that place. But so I went down to the Radio Shack. I'm just going to call it Radio Shack. You can call me 90, and I can call you Al. So I went into the Radio Shack, and hey, here's some things are going okay. I'm doing all right. Trivia? But my fancy smart TV, like everything I get, was on sale. Why was it on sale? Probably because it doesn't update any of its apps. Definitely needs a firmware update. I don't know. You gonna take it back? No, it's way too late. So what then, weirdo? It basically it works fine. It's fine as a TV. Plug whatever you want into it, and that stuff works great. But the smart TV part of it, i.e., the Netflix and YouTube, which is all it has anyway, YouTube works 99% of the time, no problems whatsoever. But if I use Netflix, sometimes Netflix is like, hey, you paused it. You paused it for more than 4 minutes and like went to the bathroom. Yeah, well then no more picture for you, just sound. Netflix, you're supposed to be on demand. You're supposed to be at my whim. At my whim. What if I was in the middle of a chill Netflix and you were like, no, nothing? I guess it would still be audio, so that'd be fine. The times when I'm like, I just want to put on. I almost never watch things. I usually just have something on this computer while I'm doing stuff on this computer. So I'm like, I just want to turn on TV and eat. And I'm like, I'm already done eating by the time I get something on the TV every time, because that's always the time when it's like, oh, this is, yeah, I know how it just worked like normal every other time. My food sense is going off, so that really affects my ability to load a Netflix. So if I switch, I'm like, fine, Netflix doesn't work, I'll just watch some YouTube. Once Netflix takes hold, then the images on YouTube also don't work. All the menu work, everything visual works until you hit play. So for a while, I'm like, one of these days, I'm just going to get one of those little magic boxes that you plug into your TV that I can have Spotify and YouTube and Netflix and maybe even some other things where I can watch more than just that stuff. I don't know. I don't know enough. Who knows? So I wanted to decorate the Christmas tree, and I love when Milo looks in the direction that I point. I absolutely love that 100% not on purpose. There you go. So I was just like, I just want to throw on some music or whatever. I don't even care, either YouTube or Spotify ideally. But I brought the PlayStation in here, so now all the Spotifying is in here. Hey, why didn't I just use my phone? I don't know. There's an iPad. I don't know. There's so many things. I got to try all the things. But anyway, I was like, I just want the TV to have the ability to do TV things without infuriating me like this. Like, now the tree is done. It's pretty much done, and I haven't put on anything Christmassy. Normally, it's like go looking for Gremlins or Shaun of the Dead, and or whatever, and then watch something Christmassy. But I didn't. It was almost done. So then I was like, you know what? I'm not playing this game anymore. This isn't the story. This is just the preface. This is just the reason I went to the story. So insane. So yeah, I went up to the Radio Shack and I'm like, fine, everything's almost Black Friday or pre-Black Friday deals. I don't know when Black Friday is anymore. I don't know when. I don't understand anything. It's always Black Friday. It's always Black Friday. So I'm like, fine. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the store. I keep seeing these things. They're only like $30, and $30 is kind of my magic number for nonsense. So if it's $30, then fine. I can spare $30. Especially something that I'm going to use. Why? I made a camera again. So yeah, I figure I'll get a little $30 Roku or whatever. I don't care. Whichever one's there that's the cheapest and it has both Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, and if it has the option to add other apps, perfect. But I really only kind of want those three in the same place and to work. So, you walk in to the Radio Shack, and the first problem with the Radio Shack is you can't go to a Radio Shack or Staples without somebody going, hey, welcome to Radio Shack or Staples. Can I help you with something? There's anything you need help with? You looking for something specific? Maybe I can help you. And I so badly with both of those places want to say, no, I already know that you can't help me because you're just somebody who has a job here. You're not a Radio Shack person. You're not a Staples person. You're just somebody who works here. You don't know all of the inventory. You don't know anything about computers or cables or any of the things because every time I've asked a question, you look at me like I'm crazy. I almost was like, I thought that was Pat, and just like, and I hate Drake. But not that Drake. I just hate the rapper Drake. So it's hard. Again, it's like it's the same reason I haven't been to the gym. I'm paying for a gym membership and I'm not going there. I'm going to go back for sure because I'm paying for it. But the dude started talking to me. The janitor guy started talking to me. And it's just like, hey, so how's it going? This isn't Radio Shack or Staples. That's how it's going. And now I have the same Staples and Radio Shack angst because you don't have any of my answers. Or I don't have any answers for you. I just came in here to go for a walk in that thing and not go in any place because that's the ideal way to walk for me. I want to be where I was when I get to the place where I left from without physically going anywhere. And if I get tired halfway through, I don't have to go back. I'm still there. Everyone wins. Everyone wins. Don't talk to me. I am a robot who's not been programmed for those things. So, but mostly my main thing is like at the gym, that guy does know something. He can help me. He does work here. He knows all the stuff. But yeah, nine times out of 10, at both of those places, they're like, oh, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, well, then I guess I'm a crazy person who's looking for a connection to my computer that's brand new, and you're the brand new computer. You got the computer. It's right there. I can see it. Like, yeah, but we don't know. We're not Mac people. You guys are weirdos. Like, yeah, I know. Give me my cord so I can get out of here. So anyway, I'm just like, I just want to look around. I already know that they have the things. And if I tell them, they're going to start telling me like, you know why this one's better than that one? Or this is also a better deal. And then they're going to read the side of the box. It's like, that's what I was going to do. And guess what? When you do it, I have a problem with that. And I need to read it myself anyway. So this isn't going to work. It's not going to work. Just let me go read it. And then you're trying to fend off people. I'm trying to be like, yeah, all right, thanks. You've been an excellent help. I'll see you over at the counter. Hey, I'll see you over at the counter. Oh, excuse me. Just got one last thing to say to you. I'll see you over at the counter. Excuse me. Notice you're still talking about the things that I would like to read about, but I can't read because you're distracting me. I can't do that many things at one time. So, if you do me a wicked favor, new best friend, who's quickly becoming an enemy, meet you over. Counter? You just go behind the counter and wait for me to want to exchange this for money. Because that way, when I look at it and go, I've changed my mind, I hate this and I hate this store, I can just walk out of here, but I haven't created a social spider web, a connection between the two of us that I now feel like, oh, I owe you something. Like, no, I don't. This is definitely not the green that I'm sampling. It should do it now. I'm on the right. I'm on the layer. On the right window. Why is it just staying on that green? Weird. Anyway, so I'm just like, I just need to get to this shelf. But now I have to create a lie, and then I have to stick to it until I can get out of here. Again, this still isn't the story. This is still just me getting to the place where the story takes place. So the dude comes up, of course. Even though I'm like, I'm gonna veer as far away as I can. Oh, he looks like he's already talking to another employee. I can do it. I can get away with it, like American Gladiators. The tennis balls are just whipping by me, and I'm like, hiding behind all the obstacles, the foam triangles. I'm doing great. I'm nailing being at Radio Christ. But it's only a small store. It's only a matter of time. And dude's like, hey, it's me. Like, yeah. I knew you were coming. It was only a matter of time. Okay, I don't know what's going on now. I've lost my mind. Am I just drawing green line? No. Oh, it's set to invisible. There we go. And he just like, no, I'm all good. You know what I'm here to do? I'll tell you what I'm here to do. I'm just doing Christmas inventory for gift shopping later. I'm just going to look around. Maybe I'm here to buy something. If something strikes somebody else's fancy that I know, and I can take it home and wrap it up and give it to him for a present. But I don't know yet. I'm just taking inventory. I'm not just looking around. They hate that. I'm taking inventory. They take inventory. So somewhere in their retail brain is the part of their brain, their I'm gonna say their motive, the motivational part of your head that just like snaps, the Pavlovian. There we go. The Pavlovian part of your brain that's like, hey. I relate to that. I also have to do inventory. We both have to do inventory. I put us both on the same page, and he doesn't even know. It's Svengali'd. I don't know why I care to put these shadows here. I'm just like, if I find anything, I'll see you at the counter, or I'll ask you for help for sure. Even though you're 14 and you're not going to have any help from me whatsoever. Oops. Here we go. This is staying. So managed to disperse the several people. I don't like that I gave him a big black shadow. That's weird. Now I have to do it for the penguin. And yeah, I know. I still haven't gotten to the story yet. See, my pop-up window. Way over here. And ooh. Yeah, I like that. What are you doing now? Sometimes when I don't feel like recoloring everything, I just grab it and mess around with the color settings. And then it makes me feel better. And my leg is broken. Okay, so I finally go to the area where they have like 4 different Roku, Google, Chrome cast things. And I'm like, all right, read the side of the boxes. Seems like the $30 one is still more than what I need. Perfect. This will be great. I'll just go pay for this, then I'll go home, and then I'll finish doing some Christmassy stuff. Plenty a day complete. So, that was that image. So I go to the counter, finally. This is the story. Oh, you weirdos. What's going on? Stupid pop-ups going to the wrong monitor. Where am I? So, drop my thing on the counter. I think they were all like, oh, actually, here's how I started talking at those people. That's right, at them. That's how I talk at people. Or to people. As I walked up to the counter, the one girl was all like, I just want to cancel this thing, but they want me to send a handwritten letter. She definitely didn't sound like that. She sounded cool. Like, but they want me to send a handwritten, like, please discontinue my membership at this gym. Like, I don't live there anymore. I'm in a different place. They don't have this gym anymore. Like, just send me to the website where I can click discontinue, or send me to the whatever. Like, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. And I was like, oh, doesn't it? Like, there's a whole world of these rich white guys, and that's their thing, is coming up with ways to make stuff difficult to cancel and whatever. So, hey, now I can see my YouTube comments. Sletberg. Life is like a hurricane here in Sletberg. Race cars, laser, sled trains. It's a sled blur. It might solve a mystery or sled through history with Sletberg. Woo-hoo. And I'm just gonna doodle a little dinosaur. So anyway, I'm all, yep, that's what people do. It's a whole terrible system designed to infuriate you so they can keep getting your money for a little bit longer than you intended. And then blah, 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 bling, 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 blah. Somehow what we were saying related to a job that I had. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I was like, I had this job where I had to do some kind of paperworky thing. And, it's the future, but... And they're like, what do you do? Like, oh, at that time, it was like making cartoons or whatever. Like, cartoons? Like, what do you mean? For like TV and Teletoon, like for Canadian TV, mostly children's cartoons. Like, you guys wouldn't know. Like, what do you mean we wouldn't know? I was like, well, seem like you're probably young enough to be in that demographic of when this show was coming out. It would have been for people your age, I guess. But nobody watched this show. Like, what do you mean nobody watched it? Like, well, I'm not still working on it. I don't have action figures of it. I have 2 T-shirts from, the rap party, and that's about it. There's nothing for that show. It doesn't really exist anymore. And when it did exist, you know, like I said, like nobody watched it that I knew of. Nobody was like, we got to make more of these. They were like, all right, that's done. Get another job. What? And I'm like, anyway, yeah, it was this show called Delilah and Julius, D&J. They were like, I was like, yeah, see, you don't know what it is. Like, you're completely confounded by the words that I just said. And they were like, no, what? No, I love that show. What do you mean? Why do you say like that it was a dumb thing? I was like, because it was. They're like, but like you worked on the show? I was like, yeah, second season. I was like the animation director. I animated in the first season. I'm pretty sure I'm in most of the episodes. If there's a crowd in the background, I put myself in there, or I had somebody else do it. And same with the Oliver's Adventure show. If there's anything in the background, I'm in there. I had my hands in every scene of that show. So if there's especially a weird tank of some kind that the background people left empty, jam myself in there. Let me hit Apple Tab for a second. And just real quick. Hey, tell us again about your advanced narcissism. Your super narcissistic. Is that what you're saying? Every time there's a blank piece of paper, you want to paint it you. I see a red door and I want to paint it me. Every time I'm going down, all the girls are looking fine. But all I'm thinking is, I'm just going to do some mime of myself. You know, miming things I did earlier because of narcissism. Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, that's what we're talking about, I guess. It was fun. Then when I made video games, when I worked on some online Diner Dash stuff, when that flow is serving out food and you're trying to keep up with the dishes and the food and the orders, put myself in there eating some grilled cheese sandwiches. It's what I do. I also made a hobby horse. Not a hobby horse. That's the one on the stick. A rocking horse, but I turned the face into a David Bowie horse, and he's got like the little thin tie, little David Bowie hair, kind of like how Major Penguin Major Penguin used to look. Anyway, so I mentioned that to them, and they were like, no, yeah, we love that show. Like, that's crazy. And all three of them, there was three of them by then, they're just like, yeah. Like, oh, wow. And they were like, well, in this character and that character for a second, I'm like, oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that. It's like, wow, I used to have this all memorized. Not on purpose, like I knew everything about this show from working on it. And now I finally, as proof to myself, I'm like, oh, I finally forgot it. It's possible. But super thrilling that it's like, wow, I totally forgot. You know, I forget that I used to make TV shows. and that, oh yeah, some people actually watch some of these shows. This is bananas. So they were like acting, you know, pretty excited, pretty fanny. And again, it fed my narcissism gland real nice. But then I'm like, all right, what am I talking about now? Why am I still talking? I'm gonna go home and try out my TV watching and doing some Christmas stuff. And also, the narcissism train has left, and now they're talking about Steven Universe. Like, all right, cool, yeah. Steven Universe is great. When that cat leaves his family behind for the ice cream theme song, oh my god, still the funniest, best line in all of entertainment ever. But it's no longer about me. We're not talking about me anymore. Hey guys, remember? All right, I'll go. But that's why I throw in all that preamble, because it's not really much of a story. It's more of a, hey, I got recognized, and by got recognized, I reminded people of a thing, and then said, I worked on that. You're welcome. if you'd like to see more Delilah and Julius, find a bin in a French city that sells DVDs for like $3 or 99 cents, and that's the last time I've seen pictures of them. It's usually um, a French version. Maybe it has English on it. I don't know. In a discount bin, but also wildly surprised that it made it to DVDs. I didn't even know that was a thing. This is like literally years later. One of the animators posting pictures like, "Hey guys, look what I just found in a bin, like a gas station." Like, wow, I didn't know that was a thing. I can't wait to find. If I find it at a gas station bin, I'm gonna have to buy it because also the cover art. I did that. I did so much of the not just base show stuff. But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things maybe other people should have done, or they did, and they were like, "Hey, we did this. Can you do it better?" Probably. Probably. Hey, make wait. Let's go get some Chinese food. Then we'll come back and we'll work late. Like, okay. That's all I ever want to do is spend time working late with you. That's weird, Mike White. That's weird. But it's true. Mike's crazy. So yeah, we would tag team a bunch of projects like that. So weird posters and promotional stuff. I mean, that's technically all my job now is doing people's merch art and kind of promotional type images, drawing their dinosaurs for them and their cats. And but back then, it was actually definitely, it was like, wow, I get to do this part. This is why I've always wanted to, like the Rob Zombie thing of like Rob Zombie, like, so many amazing people, why don't you get them to do your album covers and your this and that? And it's just like, what? Like, that's why I have a band, is so that I can make album covers. And like, the same reason I've always, I haven't for a long time, but as a small child, I'd really love to skateboard. Like, I'd love to skateboard. Like, whoa, you want to do tricks and jumps and flips, some sweet ollies, some rail grinds? You want to grind some rails? No, I mean, movies make it look cool, but no, I just want to paint. Just want to paint my skateboard. I just want to have a skateboard that I paint the bottom of, and then it's cool. That's mostly what I want to do. So I never got a skateboard. I never learned to skateboard. Every once in a while, I do think, hey, is that a broken piece of skateboard on the street? I should take that and paint on it. There was another, I think I either missed out on it or I was not invited. But one of those, like, hey, the skateboard art show, everybody paints a skateboard and then sells the skateboard art. And I'm like, I've definitely always wanted to do one of those. But I'm not paying a ton of money for a skateboard that I'm just going to paint on unless I can sell it for, 4 times more than a skateboard is worth. But I sell my art too cheap. I can't. That arm is wrong. Undo. Woohoo! The sweet caress of twilight was magic in the air. With all this romantic atmosphere, Disasters in the air. Can you feel the air? Can you look too far? It's just enough to make kings and vagabonds live in harmony. And if they fall in love tonight, it can be a sound. His carefree days with us, our history, in short, our pal is doomed. He's quite doomed. Doomed. Fa la 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 la. What? Oh, right window. I'm not weird. You guys are weird. Oh, do I want to color this? I don't really want to color this. Let's do a fun color. I'm gonna drag this layer up here. F7 that. Let's just real quick. We'll just drop some color in behind. It's always so hard to pick colors. Let's go with this light purple here. So I'm gonna make the brush a little bit bigger. And yeah, I realize I should have it set that I can. Is it this one? Nope, that's zooming in and out. Yeah, I still haven't figured out how to use these. One of them. Nope. Lets me change the brush size, but I don't know. So I'm just gonna do kind of the Looney Tunes sploosh color. Okay, here's the other invention that I came up, and I know there is already like augmented reality, virtual reality. You put the thing on and you're drawn in 3D space. I can't comprehend it, but this is the first time I'm like, okay, now I get. This is where and how I need a virtual reality system. Like, you know, it's almost perfect. Like, I'm looking down, I'm drawing where my hand is. I'm gonna have to sneeze real soon. But what's going on behind my hand? Like, when I look at the screen here, same deal. Like, oh, I can. Actually, this is pretty much in sync. I could look up and draw the way I used to. Let me try that. Anyway, I'm gonna a little darker color. That's weird. See, stuff like that terrifies me. Oculus Paint. But yeah, all I need, which is probably the most complicated thing ever, is I needed to register this screen. So that part's easy. So then I put the VR thing on, and what I want the VR thing to do is track my room. So when I look around, no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, it just shows me actual world. So, you know, I don't know how all that works, but I assume there's some sort of camera, and it can just register wherever I'm looking is where I'm looking, and I see what's actually there. Except when I look down at my tablet, it gets rid of my hand. So ideally, even more so, maybe it deletes everything. I see the screen, but then I've got like punch out style or punch out arcade, like a light green mesh wireframe of a pen and maybe some hand just to give me some reference, but mostly it's see-through. And you know, I guarantee that will be just as distracting as my real hand. But yeah, that's the only thing is, man, I've really gotten used to having this whole world of drawing where there's no hand in the way. And now I am totally like, are you kidding me? There never used to be a hand here? But I still draw on paper sometimes, or when I do the streams. So in some way, I should still be used to it. Exactly, Pat. You're saying it or you're typing it just before I say it. That's Oculus Intuitive. Hey, get yourself a Pat Prue. He's Oculus level intuitive. But either way, I think that's still been some good I was going to say Cintiq. Huey on practicing. Really meant this to be a little sloppier than it's turning out. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation. Oh my, it was barely even on the screen. And then you can do this. Hey. Oh, it's separate layers. Never mind. Like so go or do 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 it'd probably be better to do with Batman, but I mean, do 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 do. Mana do do oh do 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 mana do oh do 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 do. This is getting out of hand, guys. I think it's time. That's enough of that, right? Do you wanna play a game? It's only 10:30. I think we got plenty of time to play some countdown. Let's switch over. See if the countdown button works. All right, Ripley. Hey. Ripley's mine to talk to, not yours. There we go. Right camera. So, what did we do today? We did some Milo and a penguin. And a little dinosaur, and then we'll play some countdown. But first, Oh yeah, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. So I'll have to wait till probably a little closer to Christmas. Then I'll watch actual Christmas movies. I really can't watch Christmas movies in November, except, I was putting up a tree, and even then I was still like, Netflix has really got a Gremlins, but I got some other apps in that Roku thing, so it's got all kinds of weird TV stuff and old movies, so maybe it's going to be an even more fun Christmas. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Nope. There we go. Origin stories of your Christmas. If you are new, if you are old, but mostly if you are new, we always play No Such Thing as Grown-Ups. Does 8 out of 10 cats does count down. So I'm going to make a new layer over here. Boop. I'm going to make... There we go. Some blank keyframes over here. And... I'm going to unlock the layer. Come on now. Ah, it's on the other screen. Okay, let's do this again. Doop. Okay. So, text. Crank up the size of the text. Here's what we do. I will find 9 random letters, some consonants, and some vowels. Then I will throw 30 seconds on the clock. What clock? That clock. Hey. So as I dole out letters, I recommend that you write them down and you start trying to make words with them, unless you're some sort of savant who can just assemble words in the air. I can't, and I don't. So first letter is N. Doesn't work because I'm not on the right window. First letter is N. That color's not going to do. There we go. And I'm just going to scale up a little bit. All right, so here we go. So yeah, no proper nouns, no names or places. You. I swear I'm good at, I know what I'm doing. It's just as soon as there's a camera on, nothing works the way it's supposed to, and I feel crazy. And O, N-U-O, a couple of vowels right away, which we normally don't get. And then an M. Another N. A G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 more letters. Probably should grab another vowel. Oh, A. Didn't even have to wait that time. Ooh, what? Said, and why am I looking up there? Arrow tool. And 2 more. Another O. That's enough vowels. Got one of these Z's. All right, K. Oops. K it is. And K. So, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 letters. And then, all right. Clock.
Yes.
So, I didn't come up with anything. I wasn't even trying. So, Chipmunks are coming in with a 4. Pat Prue is coming in with a 4. Avocado Shake, always coming out above everybody with a 5. What have I got? Yeah, maybe a 4. Yeah, I think 4 is probably the best I can do. I don't think anybody else is really playing along. Oh, Pat has 5. Sorry. Fine, you both probably have the same 5, and I'm stupid as chipmunks, and I can't even count or read a number, let alone come up with a 5-letter word. No, E. Mango. Ah, so clever. So clever. Guano. Fancy. And goon. Yeah, best I could think was monk. I don't even know how to spell it. M-U-N-K. M-O-N-K. Either way. Just 4. And that's it. That's what we do every week. And around this time, every Tuesday. And if tens of thousands of people started watching as well instead of Disney Plusing, then I would do this all the time instead of going to work. But I can't compete with Disney Plus. Or anybody. Or anything. But that's what we did today. That's how we had fun. We practiced some drawing on a tablet that costs lots of money. And a dinosaur. A dinosaur. A dinosaur. You take the big egg out of your butt and you hatch it into a crazy nut. A crazy dinosaur. It's super big, but a whole lot more. Denver, the last dinosaur. He's your friend and a whole lot more. But, I think that's it. I have some other things I want to do. It's always at Christmas time when I come up with projects that I want to do so bad. And also Christmas time when everybody else is ordering Christmassy stuff that they need so bad. And everyone else comes before me. So I do that first. So I do that first. But we have plenty of stuff going on here for now. But yeah, we'll still try to put together a Christmas episode. I'll either drag the tree in here or bring the stuff out there. See which is more convenient, which is less hassle. But that's about it here in my castle. I'll hit Apple Tab so that I can control all the things. Hey, are you going to rhyme until the end of these the theds? That doesn't rhyme. That doesn't rhyme at all. No. You ruined my rhyme. But meow 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 Wow, that's some great rhyming. Get out of here, clock. Ripley's always the best, and we're dumb. So that's it. That's Huey on drawing. Next week, probably go back to drawing on some paper and doing some sexy dinosaurs. But I have to say that that really helped. That really helped. It's a lot more conducive. Excuse me. A lot more conducive to just fun time drawing than the panic of I have to get better at this while I'm working. And I think we had a good time. That's not the right button. What am I on? There we go. But yeah, see you next Tuesday. Follow the Instagram for updates. And there is a no such thing as Grown Ups Facebook if you want to go there. But Instagram is the jam. And everything else is crazy. Everybody have a good night. See you later, Robopat. And avocados, McDrakes. And anybody else who's floating around out there. I know there's some other people whose names I've already forgotten. But I'll sing at you again next week. And we'll remember all of your names eventually. I don't know. Where's my credits button, Ripley? Meow, meow, meow. Yeah, of course it's always in the same place, but I keep forgetting that it's